a sick and unpleasant film in 2017's Pieles, directed by Eduardo Casanova. That being said, its heart might be in the right place, and it is on me for finding it at all gross or difficult to watch. Focusing on 5 different individuals of physical deformity, some believable, some nonsensical, and seemingly played for laughs, the film's screenplay attempts to have us sympathise with the main players, Laura, Samantha, Anna, Christian, and Vanessa, though one can't help but wonder if the shocking humour is inconsistent with the film's purported emotional affection for the major characters. I was never a John Waters fan, and the defence that John Waters loves and adores his so-called freaks doesn't ensure that those watching the films aren't mocking and ridiculing the subjects, and Waters should know better that the appeal of his films is a condescending finger-pointing from the audience, and not this appeal to vapid empathy or performative idiosyncrasies, which his vocal defenders justify their effective mockery via. Though, of course, Pieles involves entirely fictional characters with makeup or portraying someone with a physical handicap, and it isn't placing real-life, peculiar, worthy of dignity individuals and ridiculing them in the name of some vacuous claim to empowerment. The film was produced by Spanish horror veteran Alex de la Iglesia, and if that makes its intentions more clear to any of its viewers, a dark comedy this is, although I have questioned the benign intents of certain defacing humour before. Often what one is willing to make unflattering jokes about compared with what they won't is pretty telling. If you ever notice that some acquaintances' seemingly mean-spirited jokes are directed at certain individuals and not others, it might be because they perceive inherently certain blocks or specific persons are lower than them, and they may not even realise themselves the areas which they won't go, the people, the men, they would never dare to say a slightly uncomplimentary joke about. Wanting to employ both gross-out comedy and display some empathy, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I do like the film's production, the genuinely believable performances, and the fact that it is willing to go and do things which most people would not be enthused to see, or even encourage someone to make it if they propose the idea. I am overall glad I saw it. Perhaps I will never watch it again. I find it hard to recommend. I can imagine the champions of this film being obnoxious individuals to hang out with, either because they think they themselves are idiosyncratic by proxy, or because they hold in too much regard, abrasive, gross-out, fuck you grandma vulgar humour. But I can appreciate to some asterisk extent the film as it stands and the creators of it. Thank you and good night. If you think this film sounds or seems good, don't go into it with too high expectations. A lot of it I couldn't screen cap without this video maybe being taken down, and that stuff could well throw you for a loop, so do be warned, and don't eat when watching it or you'll throw it all back up.